All right, here's our next new letter. Can you get the pronunciation?
Рональд Рейган.
So this is an R sound, but in Russian they roll their R's. Listen.
Р.
So tell me, what kind of music will be at this show?
Рок.
In English we say rock, and they say rock.
Рок.
How about this one? What does this first word say? The stress goes on that first O.
Доктор.
That's another cognate. We say doctor, and in Russian it's...
Доктор.
How about this picture? Can you tell what's inside the bottle?
Ром.
That's rum. And what movie is this? The O gets the stress here.
Дора.
Dora the Explorer, right? All right, you're doing great. Let's try a new letter. Again, read this to yourself and try to get the pronunciation.
Бейсбол.
There are about 5 letters in Russian which resemble an English B. But this is the only one which is pronounced B, like our B.
Б.
So let's again try picking out the letters that we know. Which one is the rolled R? Which one is the Russian D? Which one is pronounced like a B, as in baseball? Not this guy, and not these.
Б.
And finally, can you point to the 4 letters that you would use to spell out this man's first name? All right, let's try reading some more signs. Tell me, what kind of establishment is this place?
Бар.
And what do you think they sell here? I'll underline where the stress goes in each word.
Табак.
We say tobacco, and in Russian it's just...
Табак.
And the name of this gym?
Кобра.
Notice how the lowercase version of this letter looks. This line curves now, almost like the number 6. Can you tell me what flavor these potato chips are?
Краб.
Let's try reading a word that's not a cognate. So what's the name of this cafe? That little stress mark has no meaning. It's just for style.
Брат.
Brat, by the way, is Russian for brother. You're doing great. Let's go on to our next letter. So this letter, of course, looks like the English C, but is pronounced like the English S.
S.
So see if you can sound out the name of this movie theater.
Космос.
So we say cosmos, and in Russian it's...
Космос.
Notice how the first O, which gets the stress, is nice and deep. Kosmos. And the second one sounds like an
Космос.
That's a popular name, by the way, for shopping centers, cafes, and so on. Can you read the name of this product?
Darts.
And this movie?
Тост.
Now here's a good Russian word to know. When you need to pay for your purchases, you go to the...
Касса.
So it's the Russian word for cash register or cashier. And in a movie theater, we'd call it the box office. It's the place where you pay.
Касса.
And another useful Russian word to know is this.
Сок.
Juice. And here's a fun way to remember that one. Imagine a clumsy waitress who spills a glass of orange juice on you. So here's the key phrase. When the waitress spilled juice on me, I got soaked. The word soaked, that's our answer. Juice.
Сок.
All right, let's move on. Here's our next letter. I always found it difficult in the beginning to see this as an N sound. So what I did was cover the top with my hand, forcing it to look like a lowercase English N.
N. N.
Let's do another one of those eye charts. So, which one sounds like B as in baseball? And the Russian S? How about the Russian K, K? Ha, it's not there. And the Russian D, D? I'm opening a mattress store in Russia, and I want to call it Snore. Snore. How would you sound that out? Point to the 4 letters you need. All right, so, using what you know, can you figure out this author's name?
Нора Робертс.
We'll learn this letter soon, But even so, I bet you figured it out. How about this little word here?
Нос.
The name of the pet store is
Мокрий нос.
Wet Nose. And this clothing store? The stress goes on that first O.
Бостон.
And this Mark Wahlberg movie?
Контрабанда.
Last one. What's the name of this Western-style restaurant?
Монтана.
Montana in English becomes
Монтана.
in Russian. All right, great job, guys. Go on to lesson number 3.